Live them live. Hello. Yes, I'm live. You noticed the title.
I'm not going to quit lifting, but I better find a better way.
The hell is this shit?
As he looked around, Louis wasn't the only one fighting off injuries. The lifters I saw, they were starting to get beat up.
But anyway, the title of the video. Hey, hello. Got people falling in on YouTube and Facebook now. Well, what right now is going around is basically the hubbub about Portland. About the August the 17th, this Saturday. I'll just give you my take on it, guys. It's going to be another August the 4th. The exact same shit, Antifa dressing up like patriots, happened August the 4th. All this other shit all happened last year, August the 4th. Right after June the 30th, when a big violent outbreak took place. Then when everybody gets together and all shows up, cops do the job. When all the attention is on these events. You know, guys, something could bad break out up there. Yeah, possibly could, but I don't see it really happening. Honestly, I don't. Not unless, you know. But I don't think they're going to stand back and let a lot of violence and shit break out. I don't think they're going to let it. Now, will Antifa fight the cops? Well, hell, we know they'll do that. But the cops is going to be in between the Patriots and Antifa, just like they was last year on August the 4th. Guys, that's the way that shit works. You know, I've been up there to Portland twice, guys. I know a little something about it. Been there, done that. You know, I've been there, done that. So, you know, I got a little room to talk here because I've got a little bit of experience of being up there. Been up there twice, that bastard. I ain't going back. But I don't figure it's going to be any more than August 4th last year was because the left is pumping the same bullshit rhetoric as they were pumping last year during August the 4th. You know, if you remember June the 30th of last year, there was a big violent outbreak. That's when Rufio knocked that damn Antifa dude the hell out. A lot of people got clubbed up there. And then everybody all rallied together and all showed up there August the 4th. Highwaymen being one group of us. And now you got the exact same shit 1 year later happened. Back in July, you had a bunch of had Andy Knoll got clubbed and some more people got clubbed up there. Everybody got in a frenzy and they planned this August the 17th event. Now, guys, it's like this right here. These events that don't get the media, they're the ones that becomes violent because all the eyes is on. When everybody gets all pumped up, that's the one they shut down because of all the media that's going to be there. Okay? The FBI is up Ted Wheeler's ass like Preparation H over this. Ted Wheeler's not going to tell the cops that they cannot intervene in any violent situations, just like he didn't last year during August the 4th. I see this as just being a repeat of August the 4th. Okay? I'm sure the cops will do their job. Will Antifa try to fight the cops? Yes. What about Antifa going in as fake patriots? They did the same shit last year. Guys, there's nothing new happening here. Okay? There's definitely nothing new. Nothing new happening here. It didn't happen last year at this time. All right? Yeah, we had people dressed up kind of like patriots. It was mixed in with us. It was Antifa, August the 4th last year. Matter of fact, that's when Kevin and Lonnie and them had it out with the shit bucket bandits that throw the damn piss and shit mixed up in damn buckets on the cops. How the hell do you think they got over where we were at? Well, they looked just pretty much similar to we did, or we looked at the time. Wheeler, like I said, guys, Wheeler is under the microscope. And everybody wants to talk about Charlottesville. What did Charlottesville teach the world last 2 years ago? I was at Charlottesville, okay? It was the most violent protest event pretty much since the 70s, guys. What did it teach everybody? You can't stand back with your hands in the pockets with all the cameras running and have the cops stand down and come out clean. That's exactly what Charlottesville taught. All these other cities, these blue dot cities across the country. Yeah. Now, when you have an event of that magnitude, of that many people, and you stand back and you tell the cops to stand down and not intervene and just let the fight go on, you're going to lose your damn job and you're going to destroy your career. And you're going to be lucky if you don't get sued or possibly put in freaking jail. That's what Charlottesville taught these mayors of these towns. Now, I'm going to tell you something right now, guys. Ted Wheeler, and make no mistake, he is a leftist. Okay? He is. But he's not a devout leftist enough to put his own tit in the ringer. I'll tell you that right now. Because he has said that he is not going to run for re-election of the mayor of Portland. Now, he may change his mind, but he said he wasn't going to run again. So why would he take a chance on getting himself in a bind when he ain't even seeking re-election of the damn city? You know? Like I said, guys, not much going to happen up there, I don't see. Now, with a smaller event, maybe a month or 2 months or 3 months from now, it may be a shit show. Because it's not going to get probably the attention this one's going to get. We didn't all run to the parking garages, Sharon. Not on August the 4th. We didn't park in no damn parking garage. You must be thinking of somebody else. Yeah. Now, if it turns out to be anything, it will really surprise me, guys. I'm not saying it can't turn out to be a shit show, but if it does, it's really going to surprise me. Because Portland kind of has a pattern. Okay, guys? Portland has a pattern. And if you go back for the last 3 years and you look at this pattern, the events that don't get a whole lot of publicity, that's when the cops don't intervene and they let it turn into a shit show. When the cops, when they get a bunch of attention, that's when the cops do their job. and they don't let things turn into a shit show. It's kind of been a pattern for 3 years up there. I don't see the pattern being broke on this one. Yeah, so anyway, guys, that's just my take on it. All right. We'll see what happens August. We'll see what happens Saturday. That'll tell the tale. But I'm not looking for anything big to happen up there. Not at the protest itself. Maybe after hours, but not at the protest itself. Yeah, well, he was, Caroline. See, that's what the deal of it is. That they still raking Joe Biden said that Trump said they were good people on both sides. He was taking up for white national. Guys, let me tell you something here about Charlottesville. Joe Biden wasn't there. You know what? I never remember seeing Joe Biden there. Joe wasn't there. Neither was AOC. Neither was Pocahontas. None of those people was there. And I bet they didn't even bother going and watching any of the live feeds from actual people that was there. I bet they just watched the damn news of CNN and ABC and all these other bunches that was there. Yeah. There were a lot of people there, guys, that was not part of white supremacy. A lot of people there that really didn't call themselves white nationalists. There were a lot of people there just for that monument, and Highwayman being one of them. We were there the night before standing at the monument filming. That's what Donald Trump was going off of. Not everybody was there, guys. It was white supremacist or a white nationalist group. But you won't hear that from the mainstream media. I know a lot of people that wasn't white nationalists that was there. That they wasn't there to be a part of no damn white supremacy of any kind. Not just Highwaymen. There were other groups there that wasn't a part of that shit. But you don't hear nothing about that on the mainstream media. That's who Donald Trump was talking about. Was all these other groups that wasn't a part of that shit. Yeah, they might have got caught up in some of it during all the fighting and everything else, but they wasn't no part of that shit. They never went inside that damn park. So, like I said, guys, but you won't hear that. You won't. Well, basically, if you're a nationalist and you're white, then that makes you a white nationalist. If you're black and you're a nationalist, well, that makes you a black nationalist. And that's what these assholes are running off of up here on the left stream media. You won't never hear them say black nationalist, but there is black nationalists out there. I've met several of them, but you won't never hear them say it. It's always white nationalist. And you know what? The black nationalists and the white nationalists get along. Why? Because they're nationalists, not supremacists. White supremacists and black supremacists don't get along. Why? Because of the definition of supremacy. They can't have nothing in common because they hate each other. But nationalism, well, a black nationalist and a white nationalist, well, they all believe in nationalism. And nationalism is this country and keeping shit in this country. So color has no bearing. That's the reason you don't never hear the mainstream media say anything about black nationalists. Make sense? That's the reason you don't ever hear the media saying anything about brown nationalists, like the Latinos for Trump. They're brown nationalists. Are they brown? They for Trump? They for this country. Mainstream media will never say a freaking word about that, guys. But they're wanting to marry white nationalism exclusively with white supremacy. That's exactly why they demonize white nationalism. But I'm going to tell y'all guys, and then when they talk about white nationalists, they're talking about everybody out here is Trump supporter that's white. Because you are a white nationalist. You're white. You believe in Trump's policies. He's a nationalist. That makes you a white nationalist. So when they talk about white nationalists, they're talking about every white Trump supporter out here, guys. Because you fall in that category. All right? But you'll never see them say black nationalist or brown nationalist. Even though the white nationalists and the brown nationalists and the black nationalists all get along because they all believe in the same thing of nationalism. Color don't come into it, but they can't mention that. See, that's not their narrative. They do that, and oh hell, why are we even talking about this? We're absolutely being counterproductive to the image we're trying to project out here to everybody. You know? Yeah. So I'm just letting y'all know, guys, and I'm just clarifying this. When they say white nationalist, they're talking about you. You in particular. So if you're a Republican and you're a Trump supporter and you happen to have white skin, they're demonizing you as being a white nationalist. Because they're not talking about your Mexican neighbor down the road, I'm telling you. They're talking about your ass. So you better not forget that. But that's my point. That Charlottesville sent a message to all these cities around this country. If you let a major shit show break out with thousands of people, your ass is in hot water. Just like what happened to the hierarchy of Charlottesville, Virginia. You remember that? Yeah, they thought, oh, let's just let this fight take place. Let's let these people get out here and hash it the hell out. And come back to bite them in the ass. A lot of them lost their jobs and almost went to prison over that shit, ruined them politically. It was the end of their political career stuff. I don't think Ted Wheeler wants it quite that bad, guys. I mean, it's one thing if you let a shit show break out and there isn't no real repercussions. You just get up and give you a little press conference or some stupid bullshit, and it all goes away. It's different when they're going to haul your ass to jail because you let it go on. Charlottesville was the first, guys, if you remember. It was the first and the worst. That's the reason they talk about it. Still to this day, 3 years later, they're still talking about Charlottesville, Virginia every day. Why? Because it was the most violent, the bloodiest, the most people there. And the president actually spoke about the people that was there. That's the reason it's still in the media after 3 years. Now, if you have something bigger than Charlottesville happen, you won't hear as much about Charlottesville as you do now. But until something tops Charlottesville, that's all you're going to hear, Charlottesville. Yeah, that's right, Missy. The officials at Charlottesville was responsible for everything that happened. Caroline Hudson, they are suing the demonic temple, the Satanists, and all that other shit. They're just trying to sue the state of Arkansas over the Ten Commandments. That's all I really know. I seen a post Jason Rapper put out. And what is it? The Society from Freedom of Religion is one of them that signed on to the lawsuit. It's a bunch of Satanists is all the hell it is. Like I said, guys, until something bigger happens in Charlottesville, all you're going to hear in the media is Charlottesville. That's it. Well, we've been saying Portland, Randy, for 3 years, and it ain't never happened up there. Portland's getting a lot of attention right now, guys. They keep dragging old Wheeler up in front of the cameras, and he keeps giving press conferences and everything else. All eyes is on Portland. All eyes, guys, is on Portland. Now, the difference in between Portland and Charlottesville was you actually had white supremacy at Charlottesville. Out in the open white supremacy. They didn't give a shit. 2 months before Charlottesville, they had a pure KKK rally there. There wasn't nothing but the damn Klan to set the stage for Charlottesville. Portland hadn't got no KKK showing up there or none of that other shit. The media is having to be a little bit more leaning toward the right up there than what there was at Charlottesville. That's what will keep the cops from standing down. Nobody gives a shit. You come out and beat up a Nazi, beat up a Klansman. Nobody gives a shit about a Ku Klux Klan member. You come out, you can beat Ku Klux Klan all to hell. Nobody's going to shed a tear. But it ain't the Ku Klux Klan that's up there in Portland now, is it? No, it's not. A lot of those people be standing against Antifa up there is black and brown. So they really can't let that kind of shit happen to those people, now can they? Did you not see what happened to Andy Ngo? Andy Ngo's Asian. Andy Ngo was gay as hell, queer. If it would have been a white guy up there, got the a white journalist that got the shit clubbed out of him, well, gave a damn. I'm gonna say it as it is. Nobody would have gave a damn. You damn well know that, as I'm sitting here saying it. Even if it would have probably been a black or a Latino reporter got the shit clubbed out of them, it wouldn't have been near as big a deal as a minority agent. And he's also gay on top of that. That's what grabbed the media, guys. That's the reason they made such a big deal out of Andy Ngo getting clubbed. You like it or not. If it just been some white guy up there, independent journalist, got shit beat out of him. Yeah, fuck it. And then it went on. So there you go. Hey, it's the first time an independent journalist got the shit clubbed out of them at one of these protests. It's just the first time a big deal been made out of it. Why? He's a minority and he's gay on top of that. Oh, we got to run with this, boys. Yeah. So, switching gears, guys. I've talked enough about the Portland shit out there. We'll just see what happens Saturday. If anything much happens, I'll recap on this. I'll be surprised. It might happen the night before or the night after the event, but I don't think much is going to happen at the event itself. Okay? When the cops ain't around, that's when shit will happen, guys, because that's usually what happens in all these damn things. It's after the event's over when shit goes down. We're at the event. So, well, I was looking at a deal. Larry Levine was an inmate of this jail that Jeffrey Epstein was at. And he seems to think that there ain't no way in hell Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide in that jail the way they tried to say it. Yeah. I kind of believe that guy's probably correct. They're even dragging Trump over the coals for sharing Terrence Williams' Twitter post. Guys, I'm sorry, but they killed Jeffy. I mean, even the damn coroner, right here, former inmate explains why he doesn't buy Jeffrey Epstein's death theory. Right there, the article is, guys. Well, a little bright here, but anyway, there the dude is. He was an inmate of that jail on Fox News, and I totally agree with him. Totally do. You know, I'm done hearing. Now, this, like I said, this is kind of my take on it. And this is what I've been hearing. That the warden of the jail had done resigned. That the several of the guards had done went lawyered up. Now this is what I take from it, from different sources. That yeah, they've been working too many hours. Everybody was tired. I mean, we can't watch Jeffy anymore. We're tired. We need a break. Somebody come and relieve us. We can't stay awake and watch Jeffy anymore. Okay? We're too tired. Working too many hours. Okay. So a couple other guards from another jail comes over and relieves these ones that's been watching Jeffy. And that's when the shit takes place. There you go. But yeah, and then the cameras wasn't working. The cameras wasn't working, guys. You know, you can't have cameras working. Not in these modern day jails. No, no. So, and then the other inmates here, Jeffy over there going, breathe, Jeffy. Yeah, I mean, shit like that. They hear ruckus going on. Jeffy over gagging and gargling and all this other shit. And then, okay, coroner comes, takes Jeffy's body out. The coroner does an autopsy, and the coroner is like, well, I don't really know. We're going to have some more information. You can't make this shit up, guys. Okay? You can't make this shit up. Sorry. You can't. And everybody's blaming Bill Clinton and Hillary. All right? Archicide. Well, it is archicide, but it don't actually mean it was those two dipshits behind it. Guys, you've got British royalty. You've got big financiers. You've got philanthropists, or whatever the hell you want to call it. You got all kinds of people with big, big, big damn money. Big money. Big. Okay. More money what Bill and Hillary's got. That could stand to be implicated and have their lives ruined, if not spend the rest of their life in prison with Jeffy's testimony. You don't think those people ain't got money and pull and power and make shit happen too? It don't have to be just Bill and Hillary. Now, Bill and Hillary, they kind of like is the king and queen of suicide. We all know that. I mean, they do have, a pretty stellar record of making people shoot their self in the back of the head like 3 fucking times. Okay. We all know this, so naturally they get to blame for everything because shit's happened around their circles. But ain't nothing says Bill and Hillary had to do this. There's a lot of other people that probably has more to lose than Bill and Hillary. Think about it. All right. Like I said, guys, and people are coming out here saying, oh, they slipped Jeffy out. They slipped Jeffy out. Oh, Jeffy was not important, guys. Jeffy was a blackmailing little son of a bitch. Okay? Let me tell you how Jeffy, I've been listening to people look into his business deals and stuff. Well, you listen to me, okay? He wasn't that good of a businessman. Really, he wasn't. How did he get all the money he had from some of the stupid ass business deals that he made? It really couldn't turn that much money. Oh, Jeffy was good at blackmailing people. Jeffy had cameras all over Pleasure Island, all over his estates. And he was getting these influential people to come in and deal with these little young ass girls and stuff. And he was blackmailing the holy hell out of these people. That's more than likely how Jeffy made his money. His little hedge fund bullshit was just a little thing on the side to make it all look legit. Yeah, he sold little girls. He did all kinds of shit. He basically had dirt on everybody. I mean, honestly. Better think about it. Jeffy, from what I can understand, was an expert at blackmail. And trust me, you get some ultra billionaire on video diddling a little old 13, 14-year-old girl or basically underage. You've got a lot of power over the top of them. A lot of power. Matter of fact, you hold their life in the palm of your hand. What would they not pay to make that go away? Think about this for a minute, because you need to. Maybe that's how Jeffy got so damn rich, guys. Ever thought about that? And I'm sure he probably worked for probably a government agency also too. And he could use all this dirty shit he had on people to broker things plumb across the globe. I mean, think about it. If you've got this on, you got a sex tape with an underage girl or boy or whatever on royalty, and you've got sex tapes on this leader of this country or this high up person of this country, and you got them here in the United States too. You become the puppet master. Think about that. Maybe that's how Jeffy becomes so rich. And maybe Jeffy kept out of trouble for as long as he did from the authorities because the authorities needed him. And when I'm talking authorities, I'm talking government agencies. But remember, not everybody's for sale. Think about it. Not everybody's for sale. You can only buy your way so far around. So sooner or later, the one that's not bought off is going to catch up with you. And I think that's what's happened to old Jeffy. And somebody somewhere he didn't have dirt on, that he couldn't control, didn't hold people back off of him. So think about that. People seem to think Jeffy got smuggled out of this jail. I say there's a 90% chance Jeffy's in the morgue right now. Jeffy's worth a lot more dead than he ever was alive. Think about that. Jeffy was talking. Jeffy was talking. Some shit come out. Matter of fact, Alex Jones has been reading it over there. The lawyer sued and got some of the testimony Jeffy was giving. Jeffy was talking. I mean, the dude's 66 years old. I mean, he was just excited as hell to live the rest of his life behind bars. He knew he was going to die pretty much anyway. Okay? I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'd be excited about living the rest of my life out behind bars. You know, if I knew I was going to be dead anyway, pretty much, they throw me in here and the inmates are going to kill me, or I'm going to get arcacided. What have I got to lose to talk? I can bring the whole damn cabal down. That's what he was doing, guys. He was bringing a lot of people down. He done signed statements on some people. But if he can't be in court to testify, because he's been as accused as the people he signed off on affidavits, if he's not there to testify against them, because that's how our court works, you get to face your accuser. If he's not there, charges don't go anywhere, guys. You ain't got no court case. So yeah, that Jeffy was worth a lot more to these people dead than alive. Think about that. Nobody give a shit enough about Jeffy Epstein to set back on evidence, blackmail evidence, and take a chance on getting their ass killed releasing it. Think about it. Nobody cared that much about Jeffy. No. Jeffy just a good old party boy. Had a lot of money, a lot of power. A good old boy to hang out with. That's the way the rich elite looked at it. He wasn't special. Any whatsoever. I mean, guys, how many people do you know the mob has broke out of jail? The mob's powerful people. But how many of you know had people killed in jail. And that's the same way it goes with the global elite guys. They ain't gonna bother slipping you out. They're gonna kill your ass. Well, the AG is going to follow through, even though Epstein is dead. See, Cal said that over here on YouTube. Yeah, he's going to follow through, but how many people can they implicate? Okay, that's the question. How many people can you implicate? How many people do you have evidence on? How many people do these witnesses going to come forth on? I guarantee you, it ain't the big ones, like the royal family and shit. I guarantee you that. It's these no load little shit bags that really haven't got the power that like the royal family and some of the leaders of these other countries has. Guarantee you that. Maybe some senators or representatives or maybe some judges, but not no real big powerful people like world leaders. So that's my take on it. Yeah, that's right, Sandra. There's others out there doing the same shit Jeffy did. And there'll be somebody that takes Jeffy's place. Like I said, if you can get blackmail material on these world leaders and these people in high positions, you can control a country easily. Very damn easy. Why do you think? All right, I'm going to throw this out here, guys. Why do you think most of those politicians up there in Washington, D.C. are the way they are? A lot of them would probably like to say or do more than what they can. But why can't they? Oh, well, somebody's got a damn videotape on them banging a hooker in a damn parking garage is why they can't. That's what I'm saying, guys. They got shit on everybody. Makes sense? I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but y'all all remember Bonnie Flank. Remember Bonnie Flank? The openly gay senator of several years ago? Do you remember when they cornered him up about having sex with these damn little male interns? And here comes all the reporters and shit cornering him up coming down the steps of Capitol Hill. And he said, y'all better back off. As I go down, I'm going to take the rest of you with me. And poof! Didn't hear no more about it. Media just dropped it. So did everybody else. Because when he threatened to burn everybody else, nobody really cared much about it anymore. Because he had shit on everybody else. So that's what I'm saying, guys. It's hard to be in Washington, D.C. without somebody having some shit on you somewhere. Jeffrey had shit on everybody, pretty much. He had shit on people a lot more powerful than people like Barney Frank. Okay, guys? That's one of the reasons right there you can't get nothing done in Washington. Because those assholes up there in Washington is controlled by people like Jeffrey Epstein. There's very few politicians up there in Washington, D.C. that they ain't got dirt on, that they can shut their mouth down at any time they want to. And you think about that. Very few of them up there that they ain't got dirt on. Like I said, Jeffrey Epstein was probably one of the most powerful people in this world. It wasn't because he was extremely smart. It wasn't because he was an extremely good businessman. It's because he had better dirt on more influential people than anybody else. Well, guys, I'm gonna hop off here. Y'all have a good day and God bless. We may see you on here tomorrow or something. So catch y'all later.